What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be joining the Flying Sprockets, and I'm going to be giving you my first impressions and first weeks of ownership review of the Honda CBR650R. Now, you will have seen that I did a bike reveal of this bike not so long ago, and obviously I'm now doing the review, and I've had this bike for about 2 weeks. This is the second week of ownership. I've done 175 miles almost on this, and by the end of today I'm hoping that'll be approaching 200. So one thing I do love about this bike is it is so light and flickable when you're riding it. When you're moving it about, it's not as light as you would sort of hope, let's be honest. But you know, these bikes, it's a 4-cylinder bike. It's 220 something kilos, I think it is. It's a middleweight bike. It's not the biggest thing, it's not the heaviest thing, so like an Africa Twin or a BMW GS or anything like that, but it is a little bit heavy in comparison to something, say, like I was used to, like a 125. But yeah, filtering and stuff on this, really easy, as you guys can clearly see by me just drifting through the traffic like that. I'm gonna go and put some fuel in. So something really cool about this as well is fueling the bike is really simple. Just simply pop the cap open and pop the fuel hose in. This thing sings, it purrs. It's amazing. Like, the sound is so good. I absolutely love it. Oh my god, that's infectious, just opening the throttle and letting it go. It's so infectious. Really smooth, really nice clicking into gear and everything like that. It's absolutely an amazing bike, an amazing machine. But this thing is amazing. I'm so glad I paid for it. I'm so happy with this bike right now. I could not ask for more. It's an amazing machine, like it really is. I'll catch up with you guys in a moment. So one thing I've got to say about this bike is that in most weather conditions, it's very usable. I mean, obviously bikes aren't very good in snow. I haven't had the opportunity, and I will not want the opportunity to ride this thing in the snow, that's definitely something I do not want to try, because obviously snow and ice, really slippy, not very good for you at all, especially if you're on the bike. I mean, that's just how it is. But in all honesty, this bike is amazing for pretty much anything else. Yes, it is a little bit canted forward, a little bit leant over, so I would be very, very surprised if... Where are you going? It's telling us. So, in a lot of ways, this bike is a great commuter. It's a great Sunday fun toy, that's for sure. But it's also really, really just comfortable overall, I think, personally. What are you doing, Andy? I really can't get over how good it is, like the build quality of it, everything about it, the way it rides, the build quality, the fit and finish of this thing, all the bolts and everything are really, really nice. And it's got the power to really, really scare you if you've never ridden anything this big before. Gets up to like 8,000 and it just takes your arms off, like it throws you back in the seat. But yeah, this bike is super light, super nimble, it's flickable if you want to call it that. I mean, for me this is a do anything go anywhere bike. You could happily tour on this and be cool. I'm doing what, 67 miles to the gallon at 40 mile an hour in 4th gear apparently. Now obviously the way you ride depends on what that is. We've got a fuel gauge on the cluster, we've got everything there that you need. Is the engine hot or cold? You know, all that sort of good stuff. And it really does make a difference when you are riding, because you can see everything you need to know. I know what gear I'm in, I know whether I'm in neutral, whether traction control is on or off, because when it's off it does this with the dash and you get a light on there that says your traction control is turned off. And obviously in this kind of day and age I want the traction control on, I want the ABS on, but you can't turn the ABS off, so that's a bit of a downside for some people. But yeah, if I turned off traction control, I could probably wheelie this thing, no problem, but I'm not going to, because it is actually illegal to do that in this country. Well, in all honesty, what are my thoughts on the CBR650R? Well, overall it's a fantastic all-rounder. You can commute on it, you can do Sunday blasts or Saturday rides, you can do touring on this thing. The only real disappointment for me is that I haven't been able to get the panniers for this thing yet, because Honda hasn't started making them yet, or Gibby hasn't started making them yet. And I have no idea why, because I would love to take this thing touring. It's so nice, it's so enjoyable to ride, it's easy on the wrists for a sport bike type bike, and it's really comfortable. I really enjoy it, and it just looks amazing as well. Like, I've done cinematic videos or a cinematic video of the bike for people to, you know, watch and view and stuff, and yeah, this bike is just really nice. And that induction noise and that engine note and even the exhaust tone for a stock exhaust is one of the best exhausts I've heard. Like, it's really nice. I don't know how Honda with Euro 4, Euro 5 coming up have managed to make a bike sound this good stock. Yes, it's quieter than obviously having a full system on it, but it's nice, and maybe in 5 years time when I still have this bike I might upgrade the exhaust on it if I ever feel the need to. But at the moment I really don't feel the need to. It's just how it is. I really don't feel the need to have to upgrade any parts on this thing. Like, the only thing I'm actually going to be upgrading is the screen, because it doesn't push the wind high enough for what I want for touring and stuff like that. However, the wind, the air off it is not turbulent at all. It's not like it's throwing it right in your face and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just overall quite nice. It just throws the wind straight in the face at the moment, so I've just got to, that's why I'm getting a new screen on it. But apart from that, it's so easy to ride. Like, 5-6 miles an hour, you just coast, like using the clutch essentially. You don't even need to do anything really, and that is something that, you know, you have to definitely take into consideration when you are looking to buy a bike like this, especially if you're doing what I did and got it on the PCP deal and all that. You do have to think about the logistics of how long are you potentially going to keep this bike. And for me, I want to keep this thing for as long as possible, until it's like falling to bits, like until they cannot repair it, is sort of what I want to do. I want to keep it for a long time, and the way this thing rides, the way it is, the way I enjoy riding this bike, it is a little bit vibey in certain gears, certain revs, but I think every single 4-cylinder, every single bike of some kind will be like that. And I think that's just something you come to expect with a motorcycle. I could put different bearings on, I could do a few things to stop it vibing so much, or I could just change up a gear earlier, or not rev it out as much, or whatever, stuff like that. I mean, at 4,000 right now at 40 miles an hour, it is a little bit vibey, but it's not something I can't deal with, and on one trip I would just change up a gear and the vibes are gone, or even change down a gear and the vibes go. So it depends what you want from that ride, what you want from what you are doing, so that's something to consider also. I mean, I'm in 5th gear at 4,000, I open the throttle and it goes like quite well, so would I recommend this bike? 100%. Like, it is fantastic. I would highly recommend this bike. The fit and finish, the overall looks and feel of the bike, the way it rides, the way how light it is, it just flicks into a turn, no problem. You do have to put weight on your hands to get it to fall over very much, but it's really easy to, like, just lean and it'll just go. You just have to grip the tank with your legs and then it'll be fine. Like, it's very easy to ride. And at idle, this thing just sounds really nice, as in, like, when you're just puttering along at 30 miles an hour in whatever gear, it just sounds really nice. It really does. Every bike, there is that thing, because it's so easy to accelerate, and because you get so much enjoyment out of it. Nice Bentley. You do just want to, like, twist the throttle wide open and just take off. That's what you want to do, and it's a lot of fun, man. I mean, this is the only 650 class bike that is a 4-cylinder. It is in its own class essentially, and That is something that, you know, I really like about it. It's a 4-cylinder, it sounds amazing, it goes like stink. It might not be as efficient as some of the 2-strokes or some of the twins cylinders like the Ninja 650, but it is a fantastic bike to ride. For me, it was like, well, it comes with a tracker, it comes with all this stuff. It's a 650 inline 4, it's really, really nice looking bike as well. And I just wanted it. I just ended up buying it on the thing of, I really like the look of it. I really like the fact that every single review of this bike has had almost no negatives. You know, the only thing that I think this might suffer with is that top end, like the very, very top end. It'll only do about 150 or something like that. I don't think that it needs to do any more on today's roads. I mean, considering what this bike is designed for and what it does and the usability of it in everyday life, for it to do 150 mile an hour like on the top speed runs that I've seen, I think that is way more than anyone ever really needs. And you do have to wonder sometimes, what do people actually need when it comes to a motorcycle? What do they actually need, like power, weight wise, everything else? And for me, this personally ticks every single box, easily ticks every single box. So even in direct sunlight, the dash is pretty nice, I have to say.